Hey guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel, and for today's video we're going to talk about when we process our visa 15 years ago. So here it is.
The paperwork.
Yes.
So
And then also when it was somebody else from the Philippines who correspond with you and the lawyer about the process. So that's why it just come here to sign.
Yeah,
Was
because
just about it.
basically I paid money because I didn't want it to get wrong the first time because I wanted my wife to be here as soon as she could be, and it still ended up being 8 months. But hey, I mean, I hear horror stories about our wedding in the other videos, so I just want to talk about how that we had a honeymoon.
He has a good memory, so he has to be the one had to remind me.
No, my wife has a vivid memory. Certain things my wife really remembers. Oh no, you did that wrong. You did blah blah blah. So
I have selective memory.
That's okay, and I selectively forgive you.
Okay.
We can bury the hatchet and leave all the handles.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so it's like a roller coaster. Of course, we're very happy. Our wedding. We have what is it? Garden Oasis in Davao, and so we have basically it was a 3-day honeymoon because I couldn't have off work forever. So 3 days after we were married, it was time to get ready to leave on the plane. So it's like you go from joy to sorrow. So it was very emo and sad. Yeah, it's emo and sad for me.
Yeah,
a little jeepney Hot Wheels. It's not really a Hot Wheels, but it's like a Hot Wheels. Yeah. So
we need to take a picture of those and show it what it was. Yeah.
So on my way leaving the Philippines, I got the little jeepney, metal die-cast car, or Jeep, a jeepney, and we still have it. We still have it today. So I like that. So, but anyhow, yeah, it was kind of a transition to go from happiness to then sadness, and then worry about is there going to be a problem with the processing and stuff.
Yeah.
And there was a little hiccup about somebody with a similar name. Explain to them what happened. For the criminal record.
Yes, when I got my police clearance, I was told that there was somebody same name and there was a criminal record, so I could not. I had to prove myself that that was not me. I was born here in this place, blah blah blah. So they released my records, and so
all right. And
it
then,
was not a trouble though.
And then the whole deal with St. Luke's and the medical, kind of tell about that, if you don't mind.
Okay.
About the not condensed, milk. Evaporated milk. Yeah, yes. Evaporated milk.
I've always heard that to dilute something.
Were they looking for tuberculosis in the bone or something? I don't know what it was.
There was
something to trick the X-ray, right?
Yes, it's to trick the X-ray, but because I know that I don't have a disease on me, but I was exposed. I go out every day on the big city, so it's like scary thing. So I was told that I should drink 2 small cans of milk, and so which I did on my X-ray day, and guess what? That really upsets my stomach, and not only it upsets my stomach, I got winded. I got a little bit of.
So now you're basically behaving funny at your physical almost.
I was worried that I was gonna faint while I was on this elevator. But anyway, I had no problem with my X-ray, obviously, but on my
we still have the X-rays upstairs, don't we?
Yes, I still do.
Big.
When they drew blood on me, though, oh my gosh, that lady, that woman was just fishing my veins. She could not find the veins, so she had to fish out. And when she finally found the source, it just bleeds. But other than that, I got all the paperwork done, and then I went to what's that, CFO?
Yeah, CFO. Yeah. Yeah.
And which
for the seminar.
Seminar.
It's supposed to be a seminar, but the way you describe it doesn't sound much like a seminar.
No, there was not. Like we went there. I went there, and they didn't do anything but just put all of us in this one room, and actually have us watch videos. There was like violence videos. So
it was basically a safety thing. They gave you like a book that told you who to contact and everything. Yeah. So.
But before that, I had to call my parents to have the sign the what do you call this? Consent.
Even though I was already adult. Even though you were 20, it was like there's I guess until 21,
21
I guess,
maybe.
yeah, so.
And so after that, we got that done. And then what happened, babe, when you had to rebook the ticket? We missed the flights because of some
there was
results?
some delay in a processing. Results came late. It wasn't bad results, but results on some leg of the test and stuff came late, and so yeah, we had to rebook, and we didn't get money back on that.
No,
that other flight.
That was expensive. But anyways, and then after that, then we proceed to we got everything.
We kind of jumped ahead, or you know what I mean, at the embassy and stuff. So, but I felt like, that would be a good thing to be there, because I wouldn't want. I know if I were in your shoes, I wouldn't want to go to an embassy by myself and answer a bunch of questions that you don't even know what they're going to ask you. So.
And to be honest, I was not so worried about the interview. What I was worried about was the traveling alone, coming to America. And that is the truth. I was concerned. So,
well, the thing, I'll tell you though, that kind of goes contrary to my impression of you, because remember, you had never flown. She was like a bird, man. She didn't even, when the pilots making announcements, taking off, landing, she's not grabbing me. It's not like we're at a horror movie. I envision she'd be like a frantic mess.
The ignorant.
But not ignorant, but of course it's a new thing. It has nothing, in fact, it's like, ignorance has nothing to do with it, because if you're ignorant, you definitely, you know what I mean? But if you're, first time flying, that's a common phobia or whatever. But no, I was fine. She was calm and cool, and we've flown a lot since then, so I'm really surprised to find out that she had a little bit of a worry or anxiety, whatever you want to call it. I think it had more to do with like the plane changings and stuff like that than it did the actual flying. You weren't nervous about the flying, you were nervous about airport exchanges, grabbing your bags, things like that, right?
Yes,
okay.
So like what?
Because that does get confusing.
What makes me worried was what if I go to a different gate and then I'll ride a different plane?
Yeah, that stuff stresses me out.
Yeah, instead of I go to London or America, I go to Tokyo or somewhere. So that's why it's like, because I've never been to. But anyways, I was very happy that he came back and accompanied on our interview. The final day.
You remember when he said about the music and stuff, and we both said the Scorpions. You remember, Winds of Change and stuff like that. You remember when he asked about music?
I can't remember the whole thing.
Yeah, he asked like little things like that. So yeah. But
we don't have a trouble on that.
But what was the other benefit of me coming to for the interview with you? It was a big benefit for me. I got to see my wife a little bit earlier, so I got to be back with my wife, because we had been apart for 8 months.
Yeah.
So I was back with you those few days earlier. So.
No, it gives me comfort knowing that you're there too, because
When it comforted me, I wanted to be back with my wife. So.
Number one, I'm so worried about my English, because I have, as everybody knows, I only have like few words, few vocabularies. English when I met him, and that's the truth.
Yeah. When you met me, yes.
When I met him, I can only say few words, few sentences, and so on our interview, that worries me a little bit. That worries me, and so when he came back to get me and accompany me for my interview, that relieves.
A little more reassurance.
Relief, yeah.
Well, what about, remember? It was just within hours, literally, that we were supposed to leave, and we had not been delivered the
visa.
And she wasn't going to be able to get on that plane. So we were Lotus Garden. Where were we eating at?
We were staying at the Lotus Garden. Yes.
We were staying, and we were actually in the dining room of the Lotus Garden, like the downstairs dining.
I cannot
for
remember.
breakfast, I believe, and the guy brought it.
Yeah.
So later that day.
That was one day. No, the next day would be the flight.
I thought it was even that same day. Maybe it was, because I thought we had an afternoon flight to leave there.
I cannot remember. But
either way,
it
was too close for comfort. So, and we kept calling, like there was like a number you could call that would give you an update, and it said like so-and-so's courier service, and I'm like, oh yeah, well, obviously they did their job, because they not only got to the right hotel, they actually came and gave them to us while we were eating breakfast. So they, did a good job. Thank the Lord. But so that was kind of, the honeymoon, and then the departure from the Philippines. But we kind of got ahead of ourselves now. The whole thing of the 8 months, we need to talk about phone calls and letters and packages and things like that. So, I mean, we kind of really jumped. So, man, I'll be honest with you, it stunk. I mean, I missed you every day. The cool thing about the Philippines is the 12 to 13 hour difference.
So it's during the day here, it's night there, and which I don't
Made
have a
it
job,
easy.
so it's
Yeah. If it was 8 o'clock here in the evening, I knew that she's up and about there. So I imagine these people in Europe, you know, it's only 5-6 hours difference. That's very confusing. Like, oh, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's 9 o'clock at night there. You know, it's kind of different, but it actually works out good. The 12 and 13. So I used to try to use the remember I would try to use the translations services to send her cute SMSs and stuff, and then finally she would just say to me, "Just write it in English. Because the translations are no good."
I think I told you this, that I can read and understand better when it's on writing. And
well, I think everyone can, because you can really digest it if you're reading.
And I have trouble on the speaking part, because that would really, like, it's hard for me to process. What did you say? What? Like, so when I read, I can literally, you know.
I think that kind of helped in the courtship process. Because maybe she was more charmed than she should have been because of the language barrier.
But I had trouble. No, it's true. I had trouble
but she learned a lot of English thanks to Adam Sandler. So I would send her movies, and
I watch a lot of
oh my, yeah. So and you had a video club membership there, so you could go get different. Yeah.
What was that called?
You know, Video City? Video City. That's it. Yeah. So I would like recommend movies for her to see. So she saw. Okay. But anyways, it's a little early, but go ahead.
So
my wife is a prolific sleeper. Oh, if there was an Olympics for sleeping, man, nobody else. She would be gold. So you know. So what else? But hey, you know, it's like Sleeping Beauty, so it works. So. Man. So kiss, pretty girl. All right. So. So yeah, she kind of learned English in some ways thanks to the movies and stuff. But the bad thing about the movies and stuff is, we'll kind of jump around on the chronological order here. The movies make you think America is New York or Los Angeles, pretty much. Buildings and beaches and nice cars. And then you come to America and it's not quite what it's. You go ahead and tell me, because she didn't verbalize a lot of it. But I was wondering what's going through her mind
when we got here.
Yeah, like where's Britney Spears? Where's the celebrities?
So we got here May of what, 2000? Okay, 15 years ago. Yeah, 2000. May something. So we got here. We got off airplane. We got off. So our final destination is Charlotte, and so it's like an hour drive from home.
Yeah, technically, like hour and a half.
And so I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, at the airport it's busy, so you can see, okay, city, and then, you know, I live on the city, so I'm accustomed to that, a lot of buildings, a lot of cars and people.
Well, clarify for them, you're used to the city, but you also were raised in the province, so you're familiar with both rural and urban. But so you know, this bustling airport, and then you're riding in the car.
Yeah, so okay, well, right, you know, it's like a busy city, so busy airport, so it's like a lot of people. And then as he was driving
a car that at that stage is
okay. So as he was driving down, and when we got to Monroe, North Carolina, and he pointed out this Walmart store. Okay, Wally World.
Yeah.
He said, that's the biggest store here. Biggest building. That's our like grocery. That's our
I think I mentioned the mall, you know, the Carolina Place Mall.
No, you did not.
I thought I mentioned right out of it. But either way, she wasn't impressed because she's used to these Asian mega.
Yeah, mega mall, like few stories. So we got there in Monroe, and he pointed at Walmart, Wally World Mall. And he said that's our mall. I was like, oh my God, it's the biggest mall. It's just, I'm just internalizing everything. And so I said, you don't see nothing but woods.
It's the same thing for Americans too. When you have a vision of how a vacation is going to go, whether it's the Grand Canyon or whether it's Vegas or whatever, pretty much always your expectation is going to be different than what you get. Most of the time you're disappointed. Occasionally you'll be surprised. but most of the time, unfortunately, you're just
Yeah.
advertising. Okay, so she gets here to the bustling bustling metropolis of rural South Carolina.
Yeah.
And
hey, I like it in there. It's fun.
well, she's definitely acclimated. I mean, so we have shopping and stuff. Not real highbrow shopping, but we have like necessity shopping, convenience items.
Yeah.
CVS, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, grocery stores. All of those things within 5 miles, less than 5 miles. So
2 miles.
that's nice. Yeah. So, but pluses and minuses. And then when we want to go, her sister. She told me that her sister, when she was young, Leah would like, and she's
back
very
and
particular.
Forth. Back and forth.
Very,
my turn, her turn.
Right, but very particular now. Not rubbing.
It has to be tickled.
Yeah, and so she's.
I want to be the last one.
She teaches. Yeah, yeah. She wants to be the last one. So if you're waiting on your turn, might not happen with Gigi. You know, I mean, you might get left out. So, which I kind of know. So, but hey, later on we can tell them how. Here lately, I mean, I don't know what brought it on. What brought on foot massage? What brought that on?
Foot massage. I don't know. You're the one that.
When did that start?
I don't even know.
I really don't even know the nexus of it. I mean, what happened?
I think it was
I
you.
I think I was just sitting down and I just grabbed your feet. Now, she took to it.
Yeah,
and it was relaxing to me actually.
It's I enjoyed when he massaged my foot.
And my shoulder, is recuperating, so it actually helps with those fine muscle movements. So, and she's not complaining. So I did brush up a little bit on the internet and learn a little bit, but pretty much, if she says she likes this, that's what I do, and if she doesn't say. But I always had shoulder massage and stuff, but the foot massage is like an easy, so.
Yeah, I like foot massage.
And I like giving it to you.
It's like our story.
Well, we can change the title. That's okay. We're just having a conversation, so if that's okay with you guys, I mean, it's not like we hadn't had cue cards or anything.
Yeah.
So.
Because we do not tell them what to do and everything, so it's not how we process it. It's
because we're using an attorney,
experience.
it's kind of a little bit different. I guess if you filled out the forms yourself and stuff, it would be a lot more methodical. And okay, you do this, and then you submit that, and then you pay.
Yes,
this.
maybe.
But basically, it was. I wrote a large check to an attorney, and then they did that. So
did the work.
But hey, I mean,
if it gets done faster,
best money ever spent, and then the government knows you're serious because you have an attorney. So, Chair and Neil on that side. I didn't come in from the kitchen. I do still feel like this was it. It's just because it's going to be reversed.
Yeah, I guess so.
We have the selective and spotty memory about our last video, our placement. So I don't know. Either way, beside you is where I belong. So, yeah. By the way, you look great.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. I love YouTube videos because my wife, a little more glam.
No, I bothered to.
Yeah.
Okay.
The nails. Let me see the nails.
Okay.
Yeah. Evergreen. Nice.
But anyways, for YouTube, I do try to change clothes and put a little bit of makeup, because if I don't, I look raw. Oh gosh. He
15 years, 15 years, and you still surprise me. Yeah. I walked in, I was like, whoa, yeah, man, so nice.
So, babe, that was our story about our.
Well, what about the Tommy Bear and stuff? So that was pretty much it. And then, now at that point, you're in America. So,
Soon.
So what will we talk about next, do you think?
Next would be our work. We already discussed it.
Yeah, but we could go in a little more detail about because it was.
Yes.
It was an experience, operating.
Yeah, then we can talk about that then.
Yeah, operating a state licensed daycare. Remember, we had inspections and stuff. Now those are stressful. I mean, fire codes and what you fed the children. All those things are of course regulated, which they should be. They're regulated.
We should just talk that some other time.
Yeah, we will. I was just giving them a teaser.
Oh.
So you're teased.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we want to thank you all for watching, and I hope that you enjoy the video. And then if you do, don't forget to like, And subscribe, give a comment if you do, if you like. So can you say it, because you say it better.
I've never said it but one time, and I don't even know the whole deal.
I don't.
Sincerely, thank you very much for watching. Because there's a lot of things you could have watched, and you watched us as one of them. So great, I appreciate it. I know she appreciates it. Thumbs up, hearts, tag, hashtag. See, I'm not a social creature, so I don't know all this stuff. Whatever, do all those things, and we appreciate it. And subscribe. Did I mention subscribe? So that'll be great, because I know subscribers like that's kind of important. So, so subscribers get to be like the first people to know about premieres and stuff like that. Pretty.
Baby, get closer. Okay. It didn't work. Oh, because it's okay.
Oh.